Do you want to trade crypto without risking your own money? Well, the answer is probably yes. I think we all would love to do that. And that's exactly what crypto prop firms make possible, like HyroTrader. Now, we're going to be talking about HyroTrader today because I wanted to go over what a crypto prop firm is, what HyroTrader does specifically, and then give you a little bit more information about kind of the details of how they work, because it's pretty cool stuff. If you are a trader who's learning and you're wanting to know how to trade better, how to be more profitable, things like that, and you're really committed to it and you think you've actually started to figure out some processes that work, HyroTrader is a great way to do it because you can test your strategies and you can show that you are a profitable trader without risking any money of your own while still being able to keep 70 to 90% of the profits. So let's talk a little bit more about what a crypto prop trading firm is, how it works, some of the risks to be aware of, and things like that. So first off, a crypto prop trading firm essentially provides traders with funded accounts so they can trade without risking their own capital. And as a reward for that, and a reward for your profitability, you get to keep 70 to 90% of those profits while the firm covers the losses. Now, the firm, of course, gets a profit split for the profitable traders, so they are looking for the profitable traders because that's obviously how the model works and everybody gets to make money this way. Now, to qualify, traders must pass a trading challenge that tests consistency and risk management. Of course, they want to make sure that you know how to trade, you are indeed consistently profitable, and you know how to manage risk while you are going through. So it is definitely like there are some requirements to understand. But if you know what you're doing, it's basically just making free money, right? I mean, it's pretty cool. There's zero risk on your side. And as long as you're profitable, you continue to make a decent bit of money. Now, there are two challenge types. There's the one-stage challenge where you essentially are looking for a 10% profit target. And there's the two-stage challenge, which is a 15% total profit target is what the goal is. Now, we'll take a look at the HyroTrader portal, so you can see exactly what a lot of this means in a little bit more detail. But they're essentially the main things that they're looking for is the daily drawdown, the total drawdown, and the maximum loss. We'll check all of these on the HyroTrader site when we get there. Now, before we get into this, I did want to show you some risks with choosing the crypto prop firm. Now, with crypto prop firms, there's a bunch of different red flags. There's a whole list, so I'm going to just read them off here. But the first one is big discounts or cheap challenges. Now, again, if unrealistic discounts or a very low challenge price generally is a red flag because, again, these firms have to make money to cover these losses from the people who aren't profitable while they are being tested out. Firms with too low of pricing can't sustainably pay traders. Also, the instant funding claims. Any firms promising with instant funding without evaluating traders are obviously a scam. I think that hopefully that's like pretty obvious to everybody. They're not just going to give you free money to trade without knowing if you are profitable or not. Now, the other one is the 100% profit split offers. Real firms earn by copying profitable traders' trades, and any firm offering a 100% profit split means that that's not actually going to happen, and they have no incentive to pay traders. So with HyroTrader, it is a legitimate and transparent company with real operations and a proven payout history. Now, they've been operating since 2023. They're based in Prague. We're actually going to be looking at their Google profile in a little bit so you can see that they're a real company with real operations, all of that type of stuff. They've paid out over $3 million to traders, which is really cool. They also have verified trading rules, fast payouts, and a growing trader community, so you can see exactly what you are getting into here. Now, of course, before we did continue and move on, I did just want to let you know, of course, that this is a sponsored video. If you haven't figured that out already, they have paid me to talk about HyroTrader, but I did just want, for transparency, want to let everybody know before we continue along. But I do think that crypto prop firms are a 100% legit thing. This is a real thing. It may sound too good to be true, but there is a business model here. This is actually incredibly common in traditional stock trading as well as Forex trading as well. So this is not something that is just specific to crypto. HyroTrader is just working specifically within the crypto space. Now, why is HyroTrader special? Well, unlike most firms that operate only in simulated demo environments, HyroTrader does both. If you actually have proven your profitability, they will indeed give you a funded account that you can trade real money on, which is of course super cool because then you're making that real money. Now, HyroTrader does operate mainly through a simulated model. This is how they vet if you are good or not, but profitable traders who achieve at least 15% profit on their funded demo account can transition into the real funding. Now, this gives traders a chance to kind of learn and grow with HyroTrader long-term, starting from the evaluation, then of course moving all the way through into the funded accounts and then real capital management. Now, HyroTrader was also the first crypto prop firm to integrate directly with Bybit, allowing traders to trade from their own Bybit account, which is cool. And of course, they're just essentially setting you up with a demo. You prove that you are a profitable trader, and then you can go from there. Now, traders can also trade via the Clio platform, which integrates directly with Binance, so it's got all the same type of liquidity and stuff. They also do plan to add more integration soon, giving traders more flexibility and all that type of good stuff. Now, as I mentioned, they're based in Prague. They started in 2023, so they've been around for a while. They've been through really the depths of kind of most of the bear market here, and then up through most of the bull market as well. They have challenges anywhere from $200K to $1 million. They have those two-step challenges as we talked about, and then of course all of the assets and all of the trading pairs, all of the leverage options that Bybit and Clio both allow. So they do have a free trial and evaluation. So if this is something that you're considering doing and you want to test your skills before you actually pay to enter into a real challenge, you can feel free to do that. Also, this evaluation fee that you do pay gets fully refundable on your first profit split. So if you do prove to be a profitable trader, when you go and have your first profit split, they will give you that evaluation feedback because you have proven that you do know what you're doing when it comes to trading. So let's go ahead and take a look at the site here because there's a lot of different things to show, and I did want to start to get into this so you can see exactly what we're talking about. Now, here you can see this is the HyroTrader site. You can do a new Hyro challenge if you are wanting to. You can see I have this Hyro challenge already loaded up. I integrated with Clio because it's actually a super easy and convenient process. I should have actually recorded it while I was doing it, but you literally just click get started with Clio, you set a password, and then you're set up. Super slick and convenient. You can see here this is a $100,000 account. It is a demo account that has to pass through that 15% profitability because it is a two-step challenge. And then here you can see trading futures. It has the trailing drawdown, and it's the Hyro challenge. Now you can see and show the detail here, so you can see exactly what you're looking for. You do need to do KYC for payouts, which I think is fairly obvious, but that request payout button here is just right in this corner. So when you are making money and you do want to request a payout, you just request it right here. Now what you can see is you have the profit, you have the daily drawdown, and you have the max loss. Now they don't want you to be losing more than $5,000 in a single day, and they don't want your max loss to be more than $10,000 or 10% of the total account. These are all fairly reasonable kind of expectations and fairly common, I would say. Now, also you can see the profit here. Again, you do have that profit split. That's where you can request that payout if you are looking to do that. And then they do also have your equity chart where you can see, your drawdowns, your profit, essentially your like profit curve here. And that's of course what they will be looking closely at. And then you can see your trading stats. What are your total closed trades? How many were long? How many were short? What's your win rate? What's your P&L? All this type of stuff. So it's a very comprehensive dashboard where you can very easily and quickly see if you are profitable or not. Now they do also have here, this is the free trial option. You can pick how much you want to start with a trial challenge. And then you can see here, you need a minimum trading days. You have your stop losses, daily drawdown, all the same type of rules. This is all just a free trial. So you don't actually get payouts if you do prove to be profitable. So that is the other option here as well. If you are interested and you just kind of want to try your hand and see if you could potentially look at getting funded, this would be a great way to do so because you can go through here and take a look at the trial, the trial account and kind of run your own stuff here. Now, the next thing that I want to take a look at here is essentially well, we've already talked about the payouts, right? If we go back to the payouts, you can see here, you go to the show detail and then you request that payout here. This is how they have paid out over $3 million to various traders, which is really impressive stuff. Now, I want to show you a couple different things. Let's go and check out the Discord. We're going to switch over to that here. I need to pull this up right here. You can see this is the HyroTrader Discord. Now, you'll see something that is actually pretty impressive. They have directly, if I can speak, they have directly integrated with the Solana ecosystem. So on-chain performance is of course going to get so much better because they are directly integrated here. Now you can see this is essentially designed to bring higher speed, scalability, and seamless access to the decentralized infrastructure. So if you are looking to trade like, maybe coins on chain, you're in those trenches in Solana, this is going to be massively helped here with HyroTrader. So they are building that into this as well. So if you have that particular skill, then you could get funded potentially using that option as well. Now, also you can see they're doing, they do consistent updates. They're doing an iPhone 17 giveaway alert. So if you are looking to do a challenge and you prove profitable and do well, you of course can get entered into this giveaway. This is actually, you just have to essentially buy any challenge and then join the Discord. So you are good to go there. And then here you can see real growth, real traders, real results. This is the growth curve that they have seen in terms of funded accounts. So if you do prove to be profitable, you do get that funded account. And they currently have over 1,300 traders that have passed this across 126 different countries with 3 million in payouts. So really, really good stuff here. It's pretty impressive stuff and you can see, they've got their account, they've got their announcements, their marketing, chat, questions. They have a whole bunch of different like trading ideas. Here you can see the trading wins. They've got suggestions. You've got the evaluation process. They've got even up in the announcements, I've seen that they were doing some like various like trading stuff too, like how to properly adjust your stop loss timeout, all of this type of stuff. So they do have a bunch of different things. You also, if we go back to the HyroTrader site, you can see they do have the Trading Academy. So again, you can, if you're a bit more of like a newbie or a beginner and you want to learn some of the basics here, you can see how all of this type of stuff works specifically and kind of, fill in any holes that you may not quite understand. There's a lot of different stuff here. I did also want to show you some of the reviews that we have seen from the Hyro account as well. So we can see here 548 reviews on reviews.io, 4.8 star rating, 100% of reviewers recommend HyroTrader. So again, lots of different people here, kind of positively viewing HyroTrader. We also, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we do have, this is their Google account. You can see they are based in Prague. This is the Prague map, and then they have a 4.8 star on 195 reviews here. So again, a lot of different things here showing that HyroTrader is a strong, reputable company that is actually focused on bringing profitable traders into their ecosystem because it works for everybody. It works for them. It works for the trader. It's literally good for everyone. So if you are interested, of course, you can feel free to check. I do have those links in the description below. So feel free to just go check those out. You can, like I said, you can go check this out. You can get signed up, maybe even start your own challenge, do a free trial. All of this type of stuff is, of course, totally up to you. Now to summarize everything and wrap everything up here, we can see that HyroTrader is a very unique and well-regarded platform. And so essentially a lot of the main reasons why people are choosing HyroTrader is things like they have their transparent and proven funding model and their capital model. This is of course a very, very big deal because if you are looking to get started into prop trading firms, you will realize that there is very much a gray area. So the fact that they are so transparent with how they make money makes you feel comfortable that you can make money as well because you know how everybody's getting compensated in the process. They also have the simulated real capital progression. You also have the multi-exchange access. You got the 3 million plus paid out to traders. You have the refundable evaluation fees, the 12 to 24 hour payout. So when you do request a payout, it's not like you're going to be waiting 2 months or anything. It's very, very quick and they have a quick turnaround there. The active and transparent community, and then also building that decentralized prop infrastructure on Solana, which could be absolutely massive for some of those Solana trenchers that are potentially looking to get funded off of that. So lots going on here with HyroTrader. Hopefully you did find the information useful and interesting. I think it is a very interesting and cool model. If you do, of course, feel free to like and subscribe and make sure that you do click that link in the description below. Go check out HyroTrader and give it a look. I do think if this is something you are interested in, maybe not everybody wants to be a funded trader, but I do know that there are a lot of people here who do want to potentially try that out. And so if you are interested, of course, click the link, check it out, check out, a little bit more closer into some of these things that you might be interested in. So overall, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'd love to hear any comments that you have in the comments section below, and then we can go from there. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the next one.